What is up, people? It's your boy NATZ, the Inner Legend, and I'm back again with another good video for you guys to watch and to always tune in. Now, for today's video, I'll be answering a question. Not just a question, a very important question, a crucial question, a significant question that scientists for decades have been trying to solve. They come up with their own theories, own ideologies that people have been following to this day. You know, this is the question that has started a lot of debates, people going back and forth, you know, trying to prove a point. And most of the times there's no actual conclusion as well, which is not right, you know, and it's caused a back and forth, pretty much. A question that, you know, that a lot can't even answer. They can't even answer this question for themselves. You know, they can't even give you an accurate, proper answer. And to be fair, I feel like that's caused a lot of confusion with people, because if they're not being told the actual answer, the accurate answer, they're not gonna know. They're gonna be confused, you know, and it's sad. And yeah, and this question is, who is God? That's the question. Who is God? And hopefully by the end, you would know for yourself, because it really isn't that complex. It's not that complicated. It's actually pretty simple. And there's one main source that just gives you everything you need. And it's so overlooked. And it's sad because a lot of people nowadays is like they're turning away from the source. It's like they don't even have respect for the source anymore. And it's the Holy Bible. You know, before we can even answer this question of who is God, we must refer to the Holy Bible. You know, it's the only accurate source that will give you the proper definition from his nature, who he is. Everything you need is all in the Word of God. It's in the Holy Bible. And I understand nowadays people have their own thing up against the Holy Bible. You know, a lot argue that, oh, it's been interpreted too many times and too many writers. You know, too many cooks can spoil the soup, you know, it's a type of analogy. You know about King James, stuff like that. Of course, you know, we all know that King James in history, he wasn't the most nicest man, of course, but they like to use that as an excuse. Oh, you know, the original Bible was even written in English, written in Hebrew. All of these excuses, right? And to be fair, there is some sort of logic behind it. There is some, but it's not justified though. It really isn't. And even to throw this at the end, even as a response to all of these claims that people have made throughout the years, the Bible, and this is proven by historians, the Bible is the most factual book in all of history. It's the most factual book. And it's actually the most sold book in history too. It's the Holy Bible. Historians have been using the Bible for years, and they've proven that books inside of the Bible, like Genesis, are true, did exist. The Adam and Eve story is true, did exist, did actually happen. It's actual proof. And if you go to places like Israel, you know, Jerusalem, you can actually look back into the significant spots that Jesus was around in the Bible. People are going there now and they're really seeing that, oh, these things are actually real. Even in Egypt, you know, people are actually going there. Historians are going there to see it for themselves, and they're using the Bible as reference. It will be ignorant and foolish for me not to even bring up the Bible, because it has all the answers. As simple as that. So yeah. And also, before I begin, I want to throw this in here as well. No, in any shape or form, this is being pushed to anyone. It's your choice. You can listen, or you won't listen. You know, I'm not gonna make this for anyone that doesn't care. I'm not. You know, this video is for those that actually care and want to know God for themselves. Simple as that. And actually curious about this question. You know, so I want to make that clear. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. So let's begin, you know, and it's the same because there's been so many misinterpretations, misrepresentations of God through Hollywood, cartoons, through the media. Like, you have singers that claim that God is a woman. You know, you have different people that saying that, oh, well, it's all types of things, and it's simply, it's crazy. But as I said, the word was going to be referring to the word for this video. So yeah. And obviously, by the end, I will be able to clear out all of those misconceptions and give you the proper truth. Because the truth is what we need. It will set us free, simple as that. So yeah. So who is God? Right. Before we can even dive in properly, into who God is, before you can even claim anything about God, there's a first step first. And this is not spoken about a lot, and it needs to be spoken about. And that is you having faith. You need faith to begin with. Like, without faith, is like, of course, he's not going to make sense. Of course, it's going to be a fairy tale in your head. Because you don't have faith. You don't have faith that he exists. And this is actually written in Hebrews 11 verse 6. You know, it says, without faith, it is impossible to please God. Because anyone who comes to him must believe he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. You look up the verse for yourself. I'm going to leave everything down below. But yeah, it's Hebrews 11 verse 6. So you must have faith. It's impossible to please God without faith. And who believes and seeks, you know, you must believe and seek him, and he will reward you for it as well. That's pretty much what this verse is saying. So the main three things to take away from this verse, from Hebrews 11 verse 6, is to have faith, to believe, and seek. These are the three things. Without these three things, of course, God's going to be nonsense in your head. He will be. He'll be a fairy tale, you know, because to seek is that willingness, you know. You're willing. You want to know. And whoever seeks, you will find him. If you look for him, you will find God. God can't appear to you magically out of nowhere. And I know cartoons, Hollywood likes to make up that depiction, but it's a lie. It's purely a lie. There's no other way to say it. God's not just going to come knocking on your door. He's not going to come knocking on your door saying, oh, I'm God. You know, he's not going to magically, you know, appear out of nowhere. You have to have that desire in you to seek him first. It's through faith. It's through faith. And faith is like, it's ongoing. It's the continuous, like, it's bigger than belief. Faith is. It's way bigger than belief. It's good, and also to believe too. So you can't miss out these three things. You have to have faith, you have to have belief, and you have to seek the Lord. You have to seek God. You have to. Obviously, there's other factors, other reasons for it, which I will reveal later on, or maybe why someone won't believe. But it all starts with having faith first. It's the first step before anything else. You must have faith. So, you know, that's something you must take into account. So yeah, have faith. Have faith. So the second point, right? The second point of who is God. First point is, you know, must have faith. Even to please him, to make him acknowledge you, must have faith. And after that, you must believe and seek him. And when you do those things, he will reveal himself to you, and you will be rewarded through that as well. You know. So we've spoken about that. And then the second point is limitations. You know, who is God? You can't limit God. It's limitations. It's through your limitations. Now, I've said this many times in my past videos, we all go through our own sets of tribulations and trials. We know that life is hard. We all know that. I don't need to have a big explanation about it. We all know that. And tribulations will come. Hardships will come. We may lose someone close to us. We may lose our job. We may lose our car. We may lose a lot of things. These things are bound to happen. Even doesn't matter. Even if after you start believing in God, you start taking Him seriously, you're still gonna go through the same things that people that don't even believe in God still go through. And there's a verse for that too. Is Romans 12 verse 12. You're supposed to rejoice and be patient in your tribulations. You're supposed to be patient because you have to continuously pray as well. Obviously, prayer is talking to God, but you have to continuously do these things while you're in tribulation. These things actually please God, and God actually will bless you if you do these things too. So it's one thing to bear in mind, is during your tribulations, is you shouldn't have limitations on Him. You shouldn't limit Him. And it goes to even who He is. So a question you may have right now is, all right, cool, I'm supposed to have faith, I know that, but how am I not supposed to limit Him if this is going in my life and it looks like He's not doing anything? This is the reason why, and it's actually in John 4 verse 24, is God is a spirit. God is a spirit. He's a spirit. And His worshippers, people that worship God, must worship Him in spirit and in truth. You and me must worship God in spirit and in truth because He's a spirit. A spirit is not human. God is not like you and me. He's not human. You can't put limitations on something that's not human. You can limit me and you. You can put limitations on me. I'm going to let you down eventually. Vice versa. You can limit me, but nature is He's a spirit. And He's the truth. He is truth. And He rejoices when the truth is revealed. God loves the truth. The truth shall set every single one of us free. He's proud of that. He's proud of that. So, and also to add on to that, He's not just the spirit and He's not just truth. He's way more than that as well. His full nature. He's omnipotent, which is all powerful. And omniscient, which is all knowing, and omnipresent, which He's everywhere. So He's three. Omnipotent, which is all powerful, omniscient, which is all knowing, and He's omnipresent, which He's everywhere. There's three. He's all three of this. Not only, and plus, even to add on to that, He's spirit and truth. Five significant things that He is. And He's all three O's, the three O's, I like to call it 3 O's. All knowing, all powerful, all knowing, all powerful, and He's everywhere. Of course, I'm referring to my notes, so I make sure I say the right thing. But He's all 3 of these. Right? Me and you, we're not a spirit. We're not really truth. We can say the truth, but we're not truth because we've all lied before. We've all lied before. We're not all knowing. Me and you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, next year. We don't know. God knows. All powerful. We're not all powerful. We don't have the power to change the weather. We're not all powerful. We're flesh and blood. Yeah. And we're not everywhere. We're not in one place. We're not in different countries in one. We're not all over the place. We're not answering the issues of people in America, Afghanistan, in the UK, in Africa at once. God can. So This is a being that he's all of these things. So how can you put limitation on that? How can you limit that? You can't limit that. He's all of these things. He's all of these things in one. Everywhere. There's no specific, this is God's nature. There's no specific place that he's not in. You know? You can't put limit to that. And also, you can't see God. You can't see God. No one can see God. You know? He's a spirit. No person walking around with their physical eyes can see a spirit. It's not every day that we hear people saying that, I just saw a spirit today. You know, you can't see spirit with your physical eyes. You can't. You can't see God. He's a spirit. He's all of these things. If he's everywhere, how can you see him? You can't. He's not human. He's not like us. He's not flesh. He's not human. We can't communicate with him the exact same way as I'm talking to you right now. You know? And to even add on to that, because I can go on and on, even to add on to that, you know, 1 Timothy 1 verse 17, you know, he's immortal, he's external and invisible. That's what it says. And these verses I'll leave down below for you guys to read for yourself. He's immortal, external and invisible. He's all three of these. And he's all the other five I mentioned already. You know, immortal, external, invisible. He's all of these three. So I don't see, there's nothing in me is telling me to doubt and have limit on this, the God that we worship. He can't die. He's immortal, he's external, he's invisible. As I said, you can't see him, but why? Because he's invisible. You can't see spirits are invisible. You can't see a spirit. He's invisible. He's all of these amazing things in one. So I want you to take this as courage, you know. Tribulations, we know. I gave you the verse, it's in Romans. You know, the book of Romans. Rejoice, be patient in your truth. There's issues, there's always issues. But we should rejoice even more because God, you know, because he sees everything. And you believe and you have faith and you seek him, he will reward you, he will bless you. And this is who God is. God is all of these, God is everything. He's all of this. And to connect is through faith, belief, seeking, you know? Earnestly seeking. O's, he's the three O's. All-knowing, all-powerful, and everywhere. He's spirit, he's truth, he's immortal, he's external, he's invisible. You can't see him. You can't see him. This is who God is. It's such a shame that a lot of people don't know this for themselves, you know, because this is not what the world, the media is telling us. It's not telling us that he's all-knowing, he's all-powerful. They're not telling us that. He's not telling us that he's a spirit. They're not telling us that you must have faith before you can even please him, before you can even see you. You must have faith. You must seek him. You must believe him. They don't even tell you this. They don't. They tell you something else. They tell you that he's a woman. You know? I'll tell you the truth. This is the truth, and it's from the correct text to look at. Tell me in the comments. I don't know any other justifications to have against this, because this is who God is. Anyways, been your boy NATZ, aka the Hidden Legend, and I hope I opened your eyes, you know, and I really hope I opened your eyes to the truth. I seriously hope I opened your eyes to the truth, because a lot of people don't know about this. They don't know who God is, but this is God. This is God. And, you know, I pray, you know, that you find the right path, which is through God. And even to extend to that, there's a lot more I can mention, you know. But I pray that you find the right path, and I hope I answered your question at the end as well. But anyway, more videos like this is to come. You lot stay blessed and stay legendary. Peace out.